I created lightness and darkness.
I went on America's greatest road trip.
I created the land you stand on and every single toilet you take a dump in.
Skyline Chili. Columbus, baby.
And on the 7th day, I left Illinois to go to Indiana State Capitol building and piss in their toilet. Today is the day Piss God, that's me, got in the car and headed out to Indiana State Capitol building. First impressions, Indiana, kind of a dump, and I love it. You know, it's like a charming dump. Anyway, when driving up to the State Capitol building, wow, it was just so ugly. And although it was under construction, I don't think any amount of construction can fix how ugly this State Capitol building looked. Alright, I'll give it to you, Indiana. These statues do look nice, but you know what would be even nicer? A damn door! We circled this Capitol twice, looking just for an entrance to get in. Now, after finding a door and entering the building, it felt like we just entered the back rooms. I'm not even sure if this is the Capitol building or a fake Capitol building, like in Megamind, where you have Metro Man go into the little fake dome area and then he gets obliterated by the sun. Now, all this being said, Indiana State Capitol building or the back rooms or the fake place, I loved it. I mean, it made it the most memorable Capitol of this entire trip. So far, every other Capitol we've been to has been like fluffed up, They got like the paintings on the walls, and this place was destroyed. I mean, it was ruins basically, and it was the best part. Therefore, it has to be an S tier. I mean, it's the only one I really mention to people when I talk about their road trip. And before you ask, I didn't even make it to a bathroom. I pissed myself before I even made it to the bathroom, which made the experience that much better. I mean, piss in the pants, like, sure. For the next part of this road trip, we broke into Canada. Sorry, we snuck into Canada. What the hell? We legally crossed the border into Canada. I'll save everything we did in here for the major road trip video. To be fair, Canada is less than America, let's be honest, like America's on top, But no, we did some really fun stuff in Canada, We went to their state capital, which was AMW. I mean, that's the reason why I go to Canada. Why do you go to Canada? Anyway, sorry, I'm so sorry, Canadians, I apologize. After passing Niagara Falls in Canada, we used the bridge that connected New York and Canada to get over back from Canada into New York. So we just traversed all of New York and we hit Pennsylvania. The outside of the Capitol was honestly really nice looking. The town itself was also just kind of cute, as I describe every town that we've been to so far. Small, packed to all hell. We are on the East Coast after all. The walk up to the Capitol was really nice, and statues of naked people. The inside of the Capitol was also just as perfect as the outside. Security letting us in was super kind, the tile flooring was glossy and sleek, the hallways were spacious, they even had elevators. Well, they had elevator, because they only had one. Another really nice touch that they had was this golden faucet that produced a golden shower for you to drink if you got hungry. Just some other really cool things to point out in this Capitol. They had a countdown of when the world was gonna blow up, and another counter to calculate how much money we spent on toilets in America. They also had like this little food court. It kind of felt like a college campus. I originally thought it was an A-tier Capitol, and then I looked back at it, and I was like, wait, this is an S-tier Capitol. But then I'm rethinking right now, well, hold on. S-tier Capitols are only for the best of the best. It was a great Capitol, but it wasn't like piss God tier. Like when I took a piss in the bathroom, I didn't ascend to heaven, I didn't feel myself. So it's an A tier. After hitting Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, we continued our drive and hit Annapolis, Maryland. Now, I just want to say, somewhere along in my life, I would love to just live here for a little bit. Just like every other town I describe, yes, I know, it's a cute little town. I mean, like, look at this place. It's like little shops and like little concrete. Sorry, I just had to smack the beta out of me. Time to piss in the state capitol. That's what we're here for. We're not here for this cute town. We're here to piss in the Capitol, which didn't happen because the state capitol was under construction like every other single capitol that we've been to already. It was also past 5 p.m., so technically our fault because they were kind of open, but they were still under construction, so I'm gonna blame it on them and not us. You know what? Maybe they weren't doing construction. Maybe they were doing some deconstruction because I'm so over these capitals thinking they're so important. Put a damn Croc store in its place already. Next up, not just any state capitol. This is the Capitol, Washington, D.C. Now, I have been here before, but that was during the day. This time we went at night, and it felt like a completely different place. The reason why this was is because there was a lack of people, as in there was like basically no one, and that was the biggest benefit to going at night. So now that we made it here, we had 3 main attractions. We had the Washington Monument, which I guess is tall, it's like 400 feet or something. We had the Lincoln Memorial, and then we had the White House itself. Now, starting with the Washington Monument, you had to pay to go in, and I think they have like this elevator, and it's kind of cool, but we're not paying. But it was cool to see, you know, it's like a big, tall, 400 tower foot. At night, it was cool because they actually lit it up with like lights. And then a mile away from it, we took a walk and we made it to the Lincoln Memorial. And this one was cool because you don't have to pay to go in. We also saw all the other stuff in between, like the fountain and all the names and all the states. But lastly, the White House. Now, I have to apologize. I couldn't get any footage inside because I did have a meeting with President Beau Biden. But when I went back outside, I remember to take out my camera and record the White House. This thing was beautiful. It was so patriotic. Red, white, and blue. That's my America. Hell yeah! So, where does that leave Washington, D.C.? Well, of course it's S tier. What are you thinking? I mean, Lincoln, let me piss on him. After the amazing Washington, D.C., we did downgrade to Richmond, Virginia. I'm telling you, right off the bat, I did not have good feelings about this place. It was just ugly. That was it. It was just ugly, and I don't like ugly things. The little scenery around the Capitol was cute, but it was so misleading because you have like the big building right here, and the entrance was like underground. You had to go like 5 miles away or some crap. It was stupid. It took forever to find this because like it was just hidden. It was more annoying than Indiana, but I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's gonna make me upset. We did go through security without any issues, and think about like a 2D Mario level design where it's just linear. That's basically what this Capitol was, because so far every Capitol has been like a 3D Mario. It's been like a Mario Galaxy, a Mario Odyssey, where you kind of just go wherever you want, see all the cool stuff. This one was very just straightforward. The bathroom, I don't even remember it. The Capitol was alright, the entrance was annoying, I didn't like the city, so that's a B tier Capitol. After Richmond, Virginia, we went all the way to Virginia Beach, which was like our end point of this road trip. It was like the complete opposite side of where we started, so that was really cool. Took a picture and left for North Carolina. This Capitol has a bit of a backstory. Essentially, back in 5th grade, I had to do an entire project on a state capital. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna choose North Carolina, because no one knows what this is. So I did Raleigh, North Carolina, and I did some research on it. So this entire time, ever since 5th grade, I've had this really cool image of Raleigh. Like, oh, North Carolina is the bomb. Raleigh is gonna crush every other competitor in the competition. This is Raleigh, North Carolina. Very disappointing, and I hated it. I mean, look at this Capitol. It's ugly from a distance, it's ugly up close, and the doors were locked. You know what I did? I pissed right on that Capitol. Trash. F tier. Worst Capitol. I just can't take any more disappointment. I mean, we've already missed so many capitals so far, and to some of the ones that we've been to, they've been like trash. After driving through the night past South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama, we hit Nashville, Tennessee. And I gotta say, for being a party city, during the day, it's kind of a cute little city. And I know I use the word cute for every city that I think is cute. But what else am I supposed to say? It's the only word of my day. This is way better than Vegas. Vegas during the day, don't even get me started. We went to the Capitol, and right off the bat, security was just uptight. I mean, I tried bringing a bomb. Overall, this Capitol was the definition of mid. It was still a nice Capitol. It just felt pretty empty, you know? Like, every Capitol has its flair. This place is just like nothing. It has no soul. The bathroom, it had a toilet. It got my piss. It was fine. I didn't feel anything. I felt soulless. This is a B tier Capitol. Now, earlier this video, I did mention missing Ohio State Capitol and then going back to it. We went back, but we got there at 5:30. So, what was really cool about this Capitol itself was that there was a no sales tax weekend. That was the one time we went and there was no sales tax. So we got like postcards and other stuff. We didn't get charged tax. The reason why we actually missed the Capitol in the first place was because we stopped by Kentucky State Capitol in Frankfort. And this Capitol was lit. Actual free parking and a place to give my I have a piss speech. The rest of the inside of this building was genuinely cool, and I don't know how to describe it, so I'm just gonna show it. This Capitol definitely was like a B/A tier Capitol. Like, it wasn't memorable, but it was really cool. Kentucky was one of my favorite states that we went to on this road trip. State Capitol building, you are lucky because you get an A tier on this piss tier list. And after that was our road trip, making our way from Illinois up through the border of Canada, back into America, coming all the way down, going to Virginia Beach, making our way to Tennessee, past Dump, Carolina, back up to the Kentucky and Ohio, and back to Illinois. And this is where we're gonna rest again, and then we will set out to do the rest of the pissing. With that being said, I hope that in the future, when I come back to these state capitals, they are done with their construction, and they're done and finished with my bathroom, my special toilet, my golden toilet that says Mick Mayer, quotation marks, piss God, right above. And if not, I will mark my territory. I will piss all over the capitals. More specifically, North Carolina, Raleigh, I'm talking to you. You have exactly 60 days to complete the toilet with my name on it. And if you don't, I will make a dumping on every state capital video, and I will start with you, and I will end with you. And it will only be you. I will only take a dump on you every day, over and over and over. So you better watch yourself, and you better get your shit together. Because if you don't, I'm gonna shit on you.